name is Rex Jaycox, and I'm 49 years old. The story is I lost my parents when I was 15. They were in a car accident. They were driving my father up to Fremont, and they hit a patch of black ice December 28th, 1991. We buried her January 1st, and between 4 to 7 days later, I was finding myself in a courthouse trying to figure out what I was going to do with the rest of my life. I was supposed to go on that car ride, and I snuck out of the house that night. So went and stayed over at this girl I was seeing. I stayed out all night. I watched them leave, and then I came back home because I was supposed to go, and I didn't want to go. And that was the last time I had seen my mother, and I was probably in trouble with my father quite a bit. So I remember meeting Greg the first time I came to Christian Heritage. We went to the office first. I got introduced to them, and Greg was there was just such a brightness about him. He wasn't judgeful. He didn't judge anybody. He was just kind and caring. It's something I didn't really know how to respond to at one point. Greg and Lisa were fantastic people, and I cherish what they have done. I remember Daryl and Tammy. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, Daryl called me one day. He was going through some stuff, and I looked up to Daryl so much. He called me, or we were talking on the phone, and he was like, "I'm proud of you." He was like, "I envy you. I wish I could have been like you." I was like, he's like, "I look up to you." And I looked at him. I was listening to him on the phone. I'm like, "Daryl, you're the one I looked up to." I said, I owe a lot to you. It's like, for you to tell me that you look up to me and that you envy me, that hit so hard.
So he had gone through horrendous trauma. And I remember this young man just being very strong. He'd never a behavior problem, but he was one that just kind of adjusted and made the best of what he had. And you just see him starting to flourish and grow in the new environment. He just went forward, which is remarkable. Over the years, Rex and I have maintained a relationship, and we've been able to pick up where we left off without hardly any challenges or difficulties. While time has allowed us to drift apart, we've also found each other, whether by our own initiation or just accidental. To continue a lifelong relationship with somebody that you cared for and valued is really important. Rex, what I'd like you to know is you struggled at times, but you knew how to ask for help. And somehow in life, maybe when life didn't feel like it was being very fair to you, you figured out who to come to, and you've continued to reach out to those people relationally and connect and reconnect with them over and over, and I just, man, what courage that takes. And now that you're working in a job that also carries on that legacy, that's just cool. And you're continuing the legacy as well. And so I really appreciate that about you. You are an overcomer. You're an overcomer. I mean that with all my heart.
Thank you. I always came back. I always wanted to. I don't have a home, so I went back home every time.